Hi Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for April 15th through the 21st. This is going to be a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy Holy Week, my darlings. We're coming up on a full moon. We're coming up on Easter at the end of the week. And so we have a special guest appearance here from the love of my life, my main man, my favorite man. We're gonna check out what's coming up for you guys. I'm using a different deck this week. This one has that really cool like church art feeling, like it's just very artsy, and I thought it would be a fun one to use considering that we're coming up on the Easter holiday. So again, as always, if you're interested in the deck, I'll have a link in the video that you can check it out. But we're gonna see what is coming up with you guys with Capricorn coming into this full moon. Capricorn, I'm feeling very much like determined energy with you all. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know if I want to say fed up, but I just kind of feel like a lot of you are in this energy where you finally pieced together what needs to be done. Like you've made a really big decision and now it's coming down to making it happen, which is interesting because that's kind of like what the Taurus energy was for this week. And for whatever reason, after I did theirs, I was like, I need to do Capricorn next. So I don't know. It's very interesting how that energy is a little familiar here. And it makes sense because you have for your Monday, Tuesday, you've got Diablo, right? Or the devil. Oh, Jesus and the devil. So very much this energy of feeling stuck or feeling trapped, or for some of you, you've been lusting for something for a really long time. And it could be, for some of you, it could be a person that you haven't been able quite to get over, or it could be a relationship you've been trapped in, or a job that you've just felt like, God, I can't seem to get out of it. But I feel like, and I'm getting this intuitively because I'm seeing like this flash of light, and somebody's like, oh my God, like I can see. So I feel like what's happening is Monday, Tuesday, a lot of you Capricorns are coming into this energy where you're beginning to see what's been blinding you, that you've been stuck. And some of you feel like, man, I've really been lusting for certain things that I thought were going to give me stability or bring me joy, or I don't know, like maybe there was like a strong like desire for the material, and now you're like, okay, you know what, this is what's been keeping me stuck because I've been telling myself, I've been tying my identity and my success into like certain levels or certain financial levels or certain job levels, and you're like, I'm so done with that. So this is opening up doors for you in which all of a sudden you're seeing options that you didn't see before. Those options were always there, you just didn't see them because now you're coming into this energy of where you're releasing the, like, it has to be this way or it has to be that way, or I have to have this level or I have to have this status. So you're finding a way to keep your abundance without putting yourself in a difficult situation, but you're freeing yourself from this concept of how you're being perceived or how you're being seen, or like what makes you truly successful. You're coming into a really healthy balance, and I feel that for some of you, like I said, I'm getting like this flash of light, and it's just all of a sudden like I can suddenly see, and you're beginning to realize you have options that you didn't realize were there before. Okay, and I'm not gonna say that you're gonna immediately jump into the next thing, because you do have an energy where I feel there's many different paths that you can kind of go down, or you may be doing several things at once, you know, as in a part of like a grand scheme or a grand plan. Some of you are fighting off the negative ego. Some of you, I feel this card coming up in that way. You are fighting off negative ego in some way. There's energy coming in where you're coming out of this difficult situation where you've had people maybe causing you to doubt yourself, or you've been doubting yourself as you're coming into these changes that you are making. Some of you have taken big leaps of faith recently, and the negative ego wants to come in and convince you that, oh, you shouldn't have done that, oh, you shouldn't have done that. And so a lot of you are breaking out of that negative thinking, or you're breaking out of like doubting yourself. You're not doubting yourself anymore. Okay, so that's a very beautiful, very powerful energy there in itself. We're going to check out your Wednesday, Thursday. You've got Two of Coins. So you're getting busy. You're getting busy making things happen. All right. You might have, like I said, what did I say? Some of you have a lot of options ahead of you, and you may have several things that you can kind of be doing at once, right? And Two of Coins is very much that kind of energy. Okay, some of you might be doing something where, because this just kind of popped up in my head, not to give you too much about my personal life. Before I made the transition into reading and healing full time and doing the YouTube channel, I was working a full time job. And for the longest time, you know, my readings and my energy work, it was always just kind of like my side thing, something that I really enjoyed doing. It brought me a lot of joy, but it's something I did on the side. It wasn't something I was doing like for like my work like full time. There was a period I did like the psychic hotlines, and then I wasn't feeling that, and then I went back to having a regular full-time job and doing my readings and my energy stuff on the side. And then Spirit was like, okay, no, you're going to quit your full-time job, and you're going to start posting videos on YouTube, and you're going to just only do the spiritual work. That's all you're going to do. And so in the meantime, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to do until that picks up? So I was doing certain like independent contractor stuff. Like I was driving for a while. I did like DoorDash, or a couple of other things. So some of you might be putting together some kind of plan in that way. I'm not saying all of you are going to like, you know, quit your job and go drive for Uber or Lyft or whatever, or whatever else is like out there. I don't know what else people are doing these days as like side hustle gigs or whatever. But some of you are going through this transitory situation or phase where maybe you may be leaving a certain job or a certain situation, but you're finding other ways of making money, right? Like you're just kind of getting out there. I call it hustling. You're getting out there and you're hustling, right? Or some of you are, you know, hustling in a way to save money or put money aside so that you can do some kind of a leap of faith or like leave a job or make a move. So, I have a feeling though that this side hustle type energy, or this just hustling and working for yourself and independent contract type work energy, it feels very temporary to me, right? Because it's in the process of you have a bigger plan. It's like a little transition that you're doing from one thing to another. Excuse me. And for some of you, it could be in a different way. Like you might be somebody who has a high level of education, or you might be somebody that has like a certain specific skill set or a certain specific talent, right? But you might be finding your way to maybe contract your gifts and your abilities to other ways, other avenues, other businesses, right? So I just feel like some of you are coming up with really creative ways of making money. I feel for a lot of you, because we did have the devil card and then we have Two of Coins, and that's very much a card about money. So I feel something is happening this week, Capricorn, where you're getting some ideas about how to bring in the kind of money that you feel like you want at this time or you need at this time without tying your ego into it. You're releasing a sense of ego and you're coming to the energy of doing what needs to be done. The only kind of advice, or I don't know if I want to say warning because that sounds so like serious, heads up, I guess the only heads up I want to give you is make sure you don't lose your joy in the process, because Capricorn, you all can get super just down to business, super serious when it comes down to things. You can definitely come into this energy where you begin doubting yourself, or you begin to get really like in workaholic mood, or you get critical of yourself. And with Two of Coins, one of the main messages here is don't forget to have fun. Okay, don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to take breaks. Don't forget to make time for fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's awesome and wonderful that you're escaping the negative ego, right? And you're seeing all the ways in which there are things that are in your power to do right now, but don't lose yourself in the process either. You know, just make sure that you are making time for you and making time for fun. Your Wednesday, Thursday, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is Two of Cups. This is balance. This is harmony. This is typically seen as a relationship card. Okay, so for many people, when this card comes up, they're like, oh, yay, you know, love, romance, new relationship. And that could be true for some of you. Some of you are maybe coming into this settled energy, and maybe you're really creating and you're manifesting and you're calling in your person, or you're calling in a new, renewed, healthy energy in a new relationship. Or like a renewed energy in a current relationship, I should say. Like maybe if you've been with somebody for a long time. The main thing, though, for me with Two of Cups is the fairness in give and take. Okay, and it's a knowing of your self-worth, it's a knowing of what you bring to the table, and it's being able to receive that as well from others. It's a very, very balanced energy for me, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. For me, Two of Cups as a reader, you know, every reader is going to have certain cards that have a little extra meaning for them, and for me, Two of Cups is one of those cards. I have always seen this card as breaking out of codependency. Okay, a card that kind of comes in when you're breaking out of codependent energy. You're coming into a sense of balance and harmony, and you're attracting situations in which others are being fair with you, in which others are giving you, you know, what you deserve, and you're not tolerating energies or relationships where people are not being respectful or they're not giving you what you deserve. You're coming out of that energy. It's no more. You're coming into this healthy energy of these positive changes, positive communication. You're no longer seeking people to validate you, or a job to validate you, or a friendship to validate you. You're being able to see that if somebody is mistreating you, or if somebody isn't appreciating what you're doing, you're not like, you know, jumping through hoop after hoop anymore. You're realizing, you know what, that's their issue, that's not my issue. And as soon as you're coming into that energy, you're going to find that all of a sudden you're shifting things and you're calling experiences into your life where people are treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, because you know how you deserve to be treated. You know what you're bringing to the table. You're coming from a place of love. Like you're treating others with respect. You're treating others, you know, with the way that you want to be treated. And so your reactions with the world are going to change. I think some of you Capricorns are coming out of a time of struggling where maybe there have been a lot of rude people in your life, and now you're manifesting people that are going to be you know, treating you in a high vibrational way, and having just genuine respect for one another, genuine just kind of working together, sincerity. And for those of you who've been wanting to manifest love for a really long time, this is kind of the beginning stages of that. Like you're manifesting that, you're creating that, you're calling that in. It's going to be different for different ones of you, and that's why I always really suggest that you check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, because that will bring in some extra information sometimes depending on what your planetary makeup is. And yeah, if you want more love reading info, I do have the love videos in the description of this video for April. I am in the next few days gonna do the mid-months, but for the love videos this month, mid-month, a lot of you voted to have me do cross watcher in the mid-month. So beginning of the month will be the love videos for each sign, and then mid-month I'm going to do a cross watcher. I'll try to be a little general about it, to where it could also be like, if it's not just love or romance, but like you know, what you need to know about that sign for those of you who are dealing with the sign, and you can check that out. So if you hit subscribe and if you hit notification, you'll get a notice when those videos are up, when you have the videos that are up for the cross watcher, the mid-month cross watcher. All right, my darlings, I'm wishing you a fabulous week ahead. Happy Holy Week for those of you who are observing Easter. Happy Easter. Happy full moon. Oh, and full moon, I forgot. So the full moon's going to be affecting you by causing you to look at the way different areas of your life are affecting other areas of your life. So that could also be what Two of Cups is about. You're seeing the people or the situations that have been blocking you from love, or that have been preventing you from you know, being able to pursue love in the way that you've been wanting to pursue it. You're seeing the polarities, okay? You're seeing the polarities of what is, you know, good, what is bad, what is positive, what is negative, what is fulfilling, what is draining. And so you're coming up with, you know, again, your ways of fixing this or changing this. So this is going to be a time of making changes, positive changes. Again, truth of the situation, right? We had that light, right? So again, so do know that that's a way that a lot of you will be experiencing the full moon coming in as well. I almost forgot to get into that. All right, my darlings, wishing you a wonderful, wonderful week. If you need a private reading, click on the Calendly link in the description. It will take you to my calendar. When you click on the different options, it'll show you the pricing. That's one of the most common questions I get is, I don't want to book because I don't know how much it is. It will show you a price, once you click on the thing to go into the booking section. But I do have readings starting at $20 and up, which is not a bad deal. And so that is available if you're interested. I'm wishing you again a wonderful week, and I thank you so very much for being here, Capricorn. Take care.